I am Eze, Dr. Ambassador Chukwu de Judy Henetu, the Eze Igbo of Ghana, the king of all the Igbo community in Ghana to the glory of God. My people, the Igbos, choose me to be their king. And those that are engaged destroying my name, that the Igbo throne in Ghana is a 419 throne. Be rest assured that I will sue you, destroying the name of Igbo throne in Ghana. I will sue you. You, the blogger who is sitting down there to say all this kind of thing that you don't know what you are talking about. I am Eze Chukwu de Judy Henetu, the chief of Igbo community in Ghana.
Oh, you're no longer His Royal Highness Dr. Ambassador blah 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 anymore.
Just in case you are new here, my name is Lillian. I hope you hit that subscribe button and turn on the post notification so you don't miss a video on here. Please don't forget to like the video. Why are we here today? Because we're supposed to be moving on with our lives at this point from this Igbo king in Ghana shenanigan, right? But it would be unfair to move on without going back to check up on Combatant Ghana Observer. Combatant Squadron Leader. Is this Squadron Leader Ghana Observer? The female soldier on YouTube that brought the Igbo king from being a king to a chief. Isn't that amazing? I think there's something about Ghanaian women that we, especially black women, need to study. So let's check out the video of how Commandant Ghana Observer was able to reduce a whole king to a chief. So let's begin. Are you ready? Don't forget to like the video, and of course criticism are highly welcome. Okay, thank you very much.
I am Eze, Dr. Ambassador Chukwu de Judy Henetu, the Eze Igbo of Ghana, the king of all the Igbo community in Ghana to the glory of God. My people, the Igbos, choose me to be their king. And those that are engaged destroying my name, that the Igbo throne in Ghana is a 419 throne. Be rest assured that I will sue you, destroying the name of Igbo throne in Ghana. I will sue you. You, the blogger who is sitting down there to say all this kind of thing that you don't know what you are talking about. I am Eze Chukwu de Judy Henetu, the chief of Igbo community in Ghana.
Oh, you're no longer His Royal Highness Dr. Ambassador blah 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 anymore. And didn't you threaten to sue? When facts and truth were being revealed, the bloggers you tried to denigrate with your manipulative, suppressive tactics exposed you big time. And it's the chief part of your name, because I see that a lot of Nigerians use chief blah blah blah, chief blah blah blah. Everyone is chief blah blah blah. Then they sneak in the doctor. How did this change come about? That's power of the bloggers. Hi everyone, welcome to Ghana Observer, and thank you so much for stopping by. So I'm here to debunk and expose more of the lies of this 419 man who used to call himself king. But first, about the protests. They have not been called off. They have just been postponed because of some shenanigans by the government and Ghana Police Service. You know, you have to get permission from them and all that, you know, trying to divert attention, but it's not going to work. So a heads up that it's been postponed, but I will update accordingly when the new dates come up. And then everyone remember that we will be celebrating, or one of the venues for the celebrations of Founders Day will be at Ifya Sutherland Children's Park on the 21st of September. So come in your numbers. Kicks off at 10 and we can party till we drop, as I said. So now let's get to the expose of more lies per this 419 man who used to call himself king.
The controversy that is spreading around the world in the internet that had to do with the video that I made 2013 as the chairman of Igbo community outspoken was as a result of trade issue that Nigerians were having then with Ghana Trade Union, GUTA, from 2012 to 2013 thereabout. When the GUTA asked Nigerians to leave their local market, as the trade law established that foreigners are not supposed to be in the retail market, in the retail goods in the local market. Now, as of that time, we had a lot of in and out of meetings with the trade ministry. I can remember a couple of our meetings, some level of advices given to us that for we to go and build a mall that can accommodate us there so that we'll be able to get ourselves out from this misunderstanding with the Ghana Trade Union.
So folks, the whole premise of this was wrong, because when you build a mall, according to him, that's the advice that the Ministry of Trade gave to him, you cannot hire only Nigerians, which was meant to be the solution to stop encroaching and infiltrating the Ghanaian retail trade space. And as I said, this was why I started taking a second look at him, because he and some of the other Nigerian leaders, quote unquote leaders, were so fierce in their defense and advocacy for Nigerians to be allowed in the retail trade space, where in Nigeria, Ghanaians absolutely are not allowed to. This guy was half Nigerian, half Ghanaian, and they still treated him like crap. And he would always preface it with, "Oh, we love you so much. We Ghana has been good to us. So why aren't you more even-handed?" No. You are here to take advantage and exploit. And now you want to tell us about your Ghanaian wife and your half Ghanaian children. It doesn't work that way. Your actions have already spoken louder than your words.
Far back 2008, 2009, we build primary school for them there to support the village, the education of the sons and daughters in that village. And we had a good relationship with him. And he had been telling us to get in investors because we have vast land and also beach areas.
Folks, what I deduce from this is that after he built that fictional school, because he never built that school, he might have painted it, as I said in a previous video, or put up some fixtures, if even that, which is highly doubtful. But whatever the case, he got a plaque, took a picture of himself, and I don't know how the Ghanaian chief was conned into believing that he built the school. So when he came with the idea of further development, he was shown the land, because Ghana does allow that if you are building something that will help develop the area or the community. I believe there's some fish harbor that was supposed to be built. Up till now, we haven't heard anything. But the plan is that you build stuff that would benefit the Ghanaian community. So once they transitioned from that, once they had the land, which the gullible chief initially gave out for free, then because they had other plans, which was a mall, which would still have benefited Ghanaians to an extent, the trade laws would have insisted that they have to hire Ghanaians, at least 20, So once they transitioned there and they knew that they were no longer going that route, that's when payments had to be made. Because then it was no longer a developmental plan that would benefit the community, but rather would be used to fulfill his own personal selfish ambitions to build his village or kingdom, as he stated 5 years later.
Then we remember there's opportunity over there. We can develop that mall there. We went to him for this beautiful idea. And we discussed this with him, and there, more idea come out of us. The idea of developing Igbo village as a business hub area. We discussed this with him, and the king was very happy for such vision, for such, it's like an estate to come coming to his kingdom. He told us he can even offer us 200 acres of land. Not offer for free, but, for we to buy. We said it's too much. He said 100. We said 50 is okay for us. And he made his boys to go show us the land.
You guys, I'm sorry to interrupt. I don't know if you've seen videos of this man denying ever buying a land. I've seen a couple of videos here where he says with his mouth that the land was a gift, and then later he said he bought it, and then later he said it's a gift. Now let's hear what he has to say again about the same land. See, if you feel that other people are not wise, you will continue to be disgraced. That is it. You see this life, when you believe that you are the smartest, you can corner people, these ones, they're not too wise. You will always be disgraced. Let's continue.
We had videos, we had pictures. We'll come back to him, agreed on terms of payment. And we agreed that the payment will take place in tranches, 3 months. Then we came back. A week after, I had TV interview like as we are here, just like my president said. And during that interview, I said, we acquired 50 acres of land. We want to build Igbo village and talk about the vision. I acquired 250 plus of land. My reason of acquiring this land is to build Igbo village in Ghana, where we're gonna build the palace of Igbo there, a huge palace. We'll build Igbo town hall there with about 2,000 capacity chairs. That some of our bloggers misinterpreted the vision and they said, we want to build Igbo kingdom in Ghana. That is 100% lies. If you go back to that video, you see what I said is Igbo village. And the interpretation of village is different from kingdom. We have no any plan to build any kingdom in Ghana. We cannot build kingdom on top of someone's kingdom. It is impossible.
Igbo kingdom na Ghana. Igbo kingdom na Ghana. Igbo kingdom na Ghana.
But some mischievous, some of our sons and daughters that believe that through internet and through having more viewers, they'll be making money from there, now decided to tarnish the image of a humble person like me just for them to make money from the internet and giving wrong information.
No, you are the one giving wrong information. You are the one lying, as can be clearly seen. You have to let go of your Igbo village / town / kingdom, whatever you want to call it, vision, because of the litigation that occurred. But it wasn't for lack of trying, because if you weren't planning to do it, you wouldn't have repeated yourself 5 years later. So you aren't fooling anyone but yourself.
If you look at the internet, there's so many AI videos against me. They even put in internet that people has come to my house to protest. Nobody came to my house for protest. And that video is seriously causing problem. Our people back home all over the world are calling us thinking that we are not safe in Ghana. But Ghana is one of the most safest countries in the world that accommodates everybody, that the security of Ghana is so good and so tight that people are comfortable living in Ghana. But what these internet bloggers are doing, they are rather destroying the image of the nation without thinking.
And those videos are being propagated by Nigerians, including some unscrupulous Nigerian YouTubers residing in Ghana, where some Ghanaians had to correct them in the comment section. So that's your job. Since you are the leader, you should be correcting the mischief they are trying to spread.
This is where I come in peace. Combatant, I'm a Ghana observer. I beg. A lot of the YouTubers you see on YouTube here do not live in Ghana, especially those that report anything, including things that never happened, anything for the views. They do not live in Ghana, okay? I know you are not referring to some of us, because you as an intelligent mind knows that some of us do not indulge in such videos. I do videos that has evidence, that has proof, that are verified. So those YouTubers, let me use this opportunity to clear the air, they do not live in Ghana. The fact that you see them post 20 videos a day, 15 videos a day, oh, Ghana don't do this one, Ghana don't do this one, does not mean that they live in Ghana. A majority of them are from where this man is from. But as long as money will be made, because that is the only language they understand, and then when they finish doing it, they will now say Nigerian YouTubers based in Ghana. So I hope I use this opportunity now to clear the air. Now, I'm not saying that those in Ghana do not do unverified videos on their channels. They do. Some do it. But majority of the people that do it are Igbo YouTubers based in Nigeria, and they are the first to point fingers at us that are based here in Ghana, ridicule us, insult us, and when you say anything, their Ghanaian fans will come for you. They will come for your mental health. So please, those YouTubers, a lot of them are not based here in Ghana. They are based in Lagos, Nigeria. Igbo YouTubers, precisely his people. Anyways, the hair cleared. Now, I'm not against what they are doing. It's none of my business. Just that when they finish doing it, they'll rub it on those that lives here in Ghana. Now, I'm not saying that we are sent, okay? We are not. But at least we wait for news to be verified before some of us will talk about it. Especially me. Let's continue.
Ghanaians will lay a finger on Nigerians. I already said that in my previous videos. We will not lay a finger on you, because you guys are going to implode. Implode means it's going to start from within. You are going to destroy yourselves from within, like you're doing. Like how that Peter, whatever, what's his name? Benedict, the so-called millionaire. We know what they really do behind the scenes. You act in a way that will destroy yourselves. Ghanaians won't lay a finger on you. You will run when no one is chasing you. Ghana's image will remain intact because we know how to behave when we're home and when we are away from home. We know how to behave when we're on foreign land. And we know how to behave when we are home on our own land. So no worries there. Those videos are videos of Ghanaians getting rid of people who had come into their neighborhood and doing the wrong thing, if you know what I mean. I can't say it on YouTube. It had nothing to do with what is going on now. But some Nigerians chose to give the wrong information. It is what it is. Folks, the reason why I'm reiterating this, I've gone over these videos several times, or, I've gone over them over and over. But he's trying to wriggle out of taking responsibility. He said this in 2013. Yes. Then he repeated himself in 2018, which is 5 years later. At first, I thought it was 2012 and 2017, but the years are actually 2013 and 2018. So he repeated himself in 2018. And if you have no intention of building anything, you would not be talking about it. Once the litigation occurred and you lost the land.
Even if he said it 13 years ago, does that make it right? Just accept that you said it, you planned it, but it didn't work out. And you are sorry. Rather than say, okay, I did it when I was in this, I did it when I was in that. Let's take, for example, if somebody unalived someone 13 years ago and the police have been investigating the case and then finally get a lead, does it mean that because that thing happened 13 years ago, the person would be set free, will be allowed to go? Accept and apologize and go, but because my people do not know how to say, yes, I'm wrong, because they have backings. There are people who cry a river. Hey, you are instigating, you are instigating, What do you expect people to do when you fail to culture your people? You are the only one moving around the world with thrones because you are too big to be ruled by the laws and rulers of your host countries. So it doesn't matter. He said it 13 years ago, 200 years ago. He is the one that said it. The videos I'm making now, 20 years ago, if they are still here, I will now come and deny that I didn't say them. I didn't do these videos. I will own it. I did them. Yes, okay, I did those videos because what? Okay, according to Nigerians, some. Because I was broke. God. I'll take responsibility. Yes, I filmed, and that is me saying what I said and I meant it. But I'm sorry if I have to apologize, which I don't see that coming. God forbid, to never happen. All my videos, because they are truth, they are staying here. No apologies for them. Anyways, let's continue. Combatant, over to you.
That should have been it. But you repeated yourself in 2018 and again in an article in 2019. So that means you had the intentions. If you had had the opportunity, it would have gone through, but you were thwarted. Thanks be to the God of Ghana and our ancestors. Because some of our leaders are asleep on the job. As I said, if you're doing your job, no need for offense. So don't come out pretending that if you had had the opportunity, this wouldn't have taken place. It would have. It definitely would have. But thank God, it did not come to fruition. So don't come and call. I don't know who you're trying to fool, as I mentioned before, because it's not going to work. It ain't gonna work. Not on Ghanaians. This man who used to call himself king is not going to give up. He is self-aggrandizing and craves power too much. Because remember how he brought the Fanti chief. As soon as the Gamanche gave his ruling that no more yam festival and that he should cease and desist from installing his mini chiefs and also uninstall them, he brought that Fanti chief to come and speak on his behalf, brandishing all sorts of certificates as proof that he's allowed to do whatever. These are people you cannot treat with kid gloves or pussyfoot around them. You have to be firm and mean what you say. So we have to continue putting pressure on our government. And thank God for Honorable Hassan Ayariga, who hears us and is speaking on our behalf. This man who used to call himself king has to be curtailed because he's not going to give up. He is not. He's a recalcitrant, stubborn person who has gotten away with it for so long. So eyes have to be on him. Pressure still has to be on him to conform or leave the country with his wife and children. It's as simple as that.
Folks, please subscribe to Amagana. Don't forget to subscribe to Amagana Observer because I'm going to tag her on this video. And a big shout out to her. And I personally want to join hands with Ghanaians to beg you guys to make sure that the Yam Festival do not take place in Ghana. The Igbo Yam Festival that takes place yearly in Accra, Ghana, is taken back to the eastern region of Nigeria, where it truly belongs. That is how it is done. You're supposed to take your friends with you home for celebration, so it should be there and not here. You go with them, you celebrate, and then when you're done celebrating, you come back to Ghana. Your Ghanaian friends, all these chiefs and kings would respect you. That is how to do it. So please, I'm not asking for anything. I'm not even asking for this man to be deported because that part is none of my business. But the part that I am begging Ghanaians to please do for yourselves. There should be no New Yam Festival in Ghana. Yeah, no foreign New Yam festivals should be allowed to take place in Ghana. The Ghana Council of Chiefs may have said, yes, you can do that, but they can also unsay it. Now they say they don't want you to do it again, then take it. You make and unmake. And ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to support Ghanaians on the 21st of September. Don't forget to attend Nkrumah Day, Founder Day, okay, on the 21st of September. And I'm a Ghana observer, keep up the good work. What a lot of people do not know is that they're accusing Cyrus, other people, this one. You don't know that it's this woman. We know they see her face, but she's the one. This combatant, this squadron leader. It was this squadron leader that led everything, that brought it, and she insisted on it, made the noise. Even though Amma has few subscribers, she did not stop talking about this Igbo king in Ghana and bringing facts with her research. Now, congratulations to her. Now, everyone is blaming Cyrus, this one. In my next video, I will show you a video that brought about all this shenanigan. Because that is how he wanted, the Igbo king. He got what he wants. He got what he deserved. Anyways, guys, I'm done with this video. Don't forget to check on Amma Ghana and subscribe to her channel, okay? I'm not trying to buy her love, okay? Amma, when it's my turn, don't forget. Don't forget to give it to me, and Nigerians will be happy. Even me. I'll just respect myself. But until then, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.